So Call of Duty, once the king of first person shooters. Midnight releases, kids skipping schools the next day, lobbies full of trash talk. It was the gaming culture. Now, it just feels like Activision are just speed running how fast they can milk their franchise dry. COD went from legendary to lazy, and today we're going to break down exactly why the franchise has completely fallen off. So I've been playing Call of Duty for a very long time. I probably have around 10,000 hours just on Call of Duty alone. That includes all the Call of Duties, by the way, not just one. And I just want to let you guys know I have hit Iridescent Season 4 and Season 1. One on mouse and keyboard and one on controller. I'm just going to give you guys my opinion on Call of Duty. Okay, let's just start with the maps. So the maps are recycled. They're utter trash. In Black Ops 6, what was a good map on release? Skyline. That's the only map that was good. There were some decent ones out there, but the rest of the maps were so bad. Some maps have to be taken out of ranked play, such as Rewind, as the spawns were just fucked up. You could get spawn traps, or you can spawn a mile away from P4. Oh yeah, don't make me talk about fucking Grind. When they released Grind in Season 3, literally if you flop P1, you're spawning literally on the opposite side of P1, and it will take you like 13 seconds just to get to P1, which is very fucking hard to do, as you only get 3 ways, which they spawn through middle or through your spawn. And if you're not communicating with your team, you're just gonna die one by one, and it's just AIDS. And that's why they removed it. Remember when we had creative, fun and iconic maps like Terminal, Final Range, High Rise? Yeah, well now you're either stuck with some bland 3-lane copy and paste arena or worse. Playing the same old maps from 10 years ago, Activision just slaps remastered on them and calls it a feature. Nostalgic, cool, but on how many times are we gonna play the same thing? It just gets embarrassing. We're just playing Newtown, Shipment. Like, I'm guaranteed MW4 is gonna have another shipment, just like Black Ops 7 or 6 is gonna have a Nuketown. I mean, like, it's just getting old, it's getting repetitive, it's just getting boring. That's why Battlefield is taking over right now. Like, some of the pros even say the maps in Black Ops 6 are terrible. That's the only thing that's bad. They like the gameplay. We will get onto the gameplay soon. But the maps are terrible. They should get some better designers to design the maps properly, because we're not asking for these crappy big medium-sized maps. Oh my god, I still remember Stud. Stud is literally the worst map that's ever been on release. One of the worst. Like, you're just gonna get sniped. All you be seeing is glints on the satellite, and it's just like, what am I playing? Okay, so let's move on to gameplay. So it's basically the same thing, but it's just less fun. Onto gameplay, COD's formula hasn't changed in forever. Movement either nerfed to the ground or recycled from previous titles, such as like MW3 that was recycled from Modern Warfare 2019, because they just wanted to nerf the movement all the way down to the ground with MW2. I don't know why. I don't think anyone asked for it. Another reason why Warzone's struggling, because Warzone 2 came out, and after that it's just Call of Duty has just been going into a downfall. Then Modern Warfare 3 came out. That kind of slapped Warzone back into the place. That kind of made Warzone better or close to MW19. Then Omni Movement came out, and that's just ruined everything. It just, Warzone doesn't even feel like Warzone. The gunplay is alright. That's the main thing of why I like Call of Duty, is because of the gunplay. Omni Movement is fine in multiplayer. I find it pretty fun. However, in Warzone it's a different story. But in terms of gameplay, it just feels weird. So for example, when you crouch and you crouch back up, it's so sluggish. Unlike MW19 where you could instantly crouch and move up. I know they're trying to prevent snaking, but they gotta do something about it, because it's not hitting. And don't even get me started with skill-based matchmaking. You can't even chill and play casually anymore. Every match feels like I'm on fucking iridescent lobbies for fucking wages. It's sweaty, unfun, and it kills the whole hop on with your friends and have fun and vibe. The vibe that made COD legendary. Like, some of my friends, they may not be, they don't have like 5,000, 10,000 hours of Call of Duty like I do, but at the same time they just want to play casually and just chill, sit back, backseat gaming and just play. However, they can't do that with me, because they're just going to get iridescence and it's going to get shat on and go 2-16. Okay, another thing with Black Ops 6 is just the skins. I honestly don't know what Call of Duty are doing with the skins. Their identity is literally lost. They're getting a quick cash grab, especially on Black Ops 7. Don't get me wrong, cosmetics can be fun, but COD has straight up lost its identity, where we went from a grounded military realism to what? Running around with anime operators, glowing armor, unicorn fart skins, Ninja Turtle skins that don't want to fucking die for some reason, that take extra bullets. Turns out the fucking armor does something. Horror villains, which sometimes can look cool, just like, you know, Ghostface or Mike Myers. Fucking shark skins. I just don't understand what Black Ops 6 are even doing. Black Ops 6, they look like a rip-off version of Fortnite. COD used to be about a gritty, boots-on-ground combat. Now it's just a clown-shown design just to sell microtransactions. Hackers, the plague of COD. No matter how many advanced anti-cheat systems that Activision have, ricochet, we still have lobbies full of wall hacks and aimbotters. You can drop 20 kills, having fun, and then boom. Some cheating scumbag with a $5 cheat program, could be anything, ruins the whole match. At this point, it just feels like Activision doesn't even care anymore, as the hackers just keep buying the skins too. Like, to be honest, I don't want to be talking about hackers a lot because they're all over my YouTube shorts. I have about 20% or 30% of my videos are just all about hackers, and I'm just tired of talking about hackers. Hackers has just been there, it's whatever. They enable TMP. I don't think that will help them too much. It will help, of course, but it won't help to a state where the hackers won't be able to play the game or will get banned. And let's just talk about Activision's annual copy and paste cycle. And here's the biggest problems. The yearly cycle, every year without fail, we get a new Call of Duty, except it's not new. It's the same game, slightly tweaked with a different cover image, maybe a different movement or design or whatever. At the end of the day, it's still the same game. There's proof that keeping the same game works, just like Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, CSGO, especially CSGO, as CSGO has been out since 2012 and they just keep updating it, and the player base just stomps on Call of Duties. Activision do not care about innovation, they care about rushing other release just to hit their holiday sales. COD is not a passion project anymore, it's assembly line product and it shows. Every new release Call of Duty after MW19 or maybe Cold War had bugs. Every start of those Call of Duties, we just had bugs upon bugs upon bugs upon bugs. You get hackers in a beta, you find glitches, sometimes your gun won't be visible. There's a lot of bugs in Call of Duty and it really does get annoying. Every start of the Call of Duty, they're selling it for £70 or $70, and that's just crazy, man. You're paying $70 for the same recycled garbage every year for Call of Duty, and I just don't understand it. In fact, I do. It's just a greedy cash grab from Activision themselves. Okay, for the final statement, I just would like to talk about aim assist. And yeah, this is a bit controversial. However, aim assist is a little bit overtuned, in my opinion, and even ChatGPT's opinion. Aim assist, let's be honest, COD rotational aim assist is basically like legal aimbot. It's overtuned, it literally tracks players for you, and this kills the skill gap. Not between mouse and keyboard players, but also controller players. If you just nerf rotational aim assist, there will be a skill gap in the game between controller players, mouse and keyboard players. But at this point, controller rotational aim assist is kind of busted right now. Mouse and keyboard players are nowhere in sight. If they just nerf it just to make it at least even for the mouse and keyboard players, there will be an overall bigger impact for Call of Duty's player base. This will make the whole overall game more fun, as you have to use more skill and it will be more rewarding to get more kills instead of the aim assist doing the work for you. And yes, a lot of people, especially the COD community, they're pretty toxic. They probably won't like what I'm saying about aim assist should be nerfed. However, it would just be better overall for the game. And people will say, oh, mouse and keyboard have an advantage with micro adjusting and recoil management. However, aim assist has recoil management. If you lock in your aim assist, you get little recoil. And with this aim assist, like even people like T Captain X, the Rick, all these controller players, they play on controller. And I'm not saying this as a mouse and keyboard player, I'm saying this as a controller player. I have triple the hours on controller than mouse and keyboard. And I've hit iridescent on mouse and keyboard and controller, and I just think aim assist is a little overtuned, and especially rotational aim assist should get a little bit nerfed, just for the game environment to be more fair, and mainly to have a skill gap within the game, because right now there's no skill gap. Call of Duty went from a first person shooter that everyone used to play to a watered down, recycled, hacker filled, trash, recycled, rubbish game. I wouldn't say Call of Duty is dead, it is not dead, and it probably wouldn't die anytime soon, but it's definitely not the same franchise that gave us some of the best gaming memories of all time. Unless Activision actually slows down, innovates and fixes their core problem with Call of Duty, the future is looking pretty grim.